Okay, so I feel like we've understood your journey through wrestling, your love of wrestling. Then you're forced to retire. Years pass, you're doing these things, the seminars, to coaching, dipping your toes back into it, being back in wrestling. But then this opportunity comes up for you to go be a coach at NXT. What
Yep.
was that opening there? What was the conversation for you to maybe go see what that was about?
So my original understanding was they were going to have me guest coach sooner, but then the pandemic hit.
Classic.
And so I'm
Fucking
like,
pandemic.
okay. So that got put back because I'd gotten a message going, hey, is it okay if we give your information to Matt Bloom? And I'm like, yeah, that'd be amazing. And then nothing happened. Pandemic, they're dealing with their thing. And then it ends up coming up. Matt introduces himself through my brother, and we get to talking. He's like, hey, we want to have you come out. And then that's when I get connected to Melissa at the PC. You know Melissa.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, I love her. I love her so much. Yeah. She actually picked out where I moved into in Orlando because I'm
that's nice.
To her. She's like, this is a good neighborhood, good school district, and you're like 10 minutes from my house. This is the one you're taking. And I said, oh, okay. Because like, you just don't argue with Melissa,
Here's
right?
my first and last months. Let's go.
So I take off. I come out. I do a week. Everything feels good. I really enjoy it.
What is that first week like, though? Like when you first show up there, like what? Because I feel like when you're going in there to be a trainer, I feel like you're almost going through like a training to see if you're a good fit for it. Like what's that like?
So you get to follow other coaches. Like you don't come in and just have your own class. Like at least with me, they didn't. I get to go in. I get to follow other coaches. Who
are you working with?
So I jumped in with my brother. I jumped in with Fit, and I jumped in with Ace Steel.
Okay.
I think I might have followed Terry too. I stayed extra. I'm like, I'm here. I got a hotel. I got a rental car. I have no family here. Like, well, I got Steve, but like kiddo and hubby are back in Vegas. Like, I'm going to spend as much time as possible in there. So
it's a pretty amazing spot to spend some time, to be honest.
It's so cool. Like people don't realize
it's awesome.
How amazing. I have nothing but love for the Performance Center.
No, me too. I love the Performance Center. I think it's like, it's such a cool spot. The rings all set up. The ramps, we work on entrances. The gym alone is like, oh my God, that gym's
Coach
amazing.
Sean and Coach Sarah at the gym.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Coach Sarah was so funny. Like we had a lot of fun together. So then, I'm in end of November, beginning of December. I'm back at the end of January. Now they have me for 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Then things get quiet for a little bit. Now I'm back in May. And I'm like, all right, this is great. And every time I'm going, they're like, hey, we want to make this happen. It goes slow. So we're just going to keep bringing you back and forth till we can make it permanent. But they told me
going back to Vegas during this.
Yeah. So I'd go back to Vegas. So I'd come for like a week or two, go back to Vegas, come for a week or two, go back to Vegas. But they had told me from day one, they're like, if we can make this permanent, you have to move here. So that was required. I knew. And so Marco and I were on board. Okay, this opportunity happens. The whole family's moving to Orlando, right? So May happens. I'm there. I'm back in July. I shoot my shot. I'm like, is this happening? Also, you guys have SummerSlam happening in Vegas. You guys are going to do a tryout. Can I be a part of that? I'm like, I want to see how a tryout goes, right?
Yeah.
I end up getting to the Vegas tryout. So I get to go stay at the MGM. We do that. That's where I start getting the little Vegas recruits who became like my little Vegas babies. And then all those kids that they get signed. And then I'm the last one to get the call. And that was right after we lose Shannon. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is so full circle. And then at that point, Marco got his opportunity in Greenville. So he's gone.
Yeah.
And it's just me and KG wrapping things up in Vegas thinking, okay, I'm not getting the call. We're just going to go to Greenville. We were looking at like buying a house, and then they get the call. They're like, no, you're in. How quick can you be here? And I'm like, I can start. I'll be there. They'll take me 4 days to get there. We were there in 2.5. I could start that Monday. He's like, you don't need time to get settled. I go, I'll be in the hotel. I'm good. I love the hotel.
Yeah.
Because that was where me and Athena, Ember Moon, like we would always be in at the same time. So we'd always hang out together.
Oh, that's nice.
She's the best. Yeah. We'd always get our hotel rooms right next to each other, eat, hang out, watch Raw. So, but like, I loved guest coaching, but I was ready to make it permanent.
So what were the things that like when you were coaching, what were the things that you loved kind of teaching to other people? What were some of the things that you wanted to do? Not necessarily make a change, because I do feel like the Performance Center is like a pretty well-oiled machine, but what were some of the things that really like stuck out to you?
So I feel like my wheelhouse is like, I'm the tweaks. I see things and I go, okay, you run that to that, but if you switch it like this and move it out of this corner, it's like a little orchestra in my head. I have like a very weird brain for wrestling. Like I'll watch it and I'll be like, that's good. This little change makes it better. Okay, this is a great moment to bring in that character. Don't run it out of this corner, run it out of this corner. Like, because I think ideally we can shoot it from this way. So I feel like that's my wheelhouse. Yeah, I can go in, I could teach you how to bump. I could teach you how to run the ropes. I could teach you this, that. I think there's people who are better at it than me. But I can do it. I can get it done. But I feel like I'm that little person that does those little nuances. That's what I loved. And it's great because like, especially at the time, like when everything went down, we had great coaches and they all brought something different to the table. What Terry Taylor brings is different than what Fit brings. What Fit brings is different than what Johnny Moss brings. And, you know, like my brother has got his whole thing. He's Ted Lasso. Like, have you watched that yet?
Yeah, I have.
He's Ted and I'm Coach Beard. Like beyond a shadow of a doubt. Like I'm definitely the beard to his Lasso, but he has that big heart and he has that warmth that people gravitate to. You know, I have that little bit of mom in me.
Oh yeah, like, definitely.
All right. Is everybody good? Okay. Hey guys, this is what I need. Like I'm firm, but I'm warm.
Yeah. So, we like a little warm, authoritative mom figure. We do love that.
You're not going to you're not going to get any bullshit by me.
Yeah. I got eyes in the back of my head, kid.
You know, I see what you're doing there, guys, pay attention. But I also like, if I see one of the kids having a bad day, like if I see one of the, you know, members of the PC having a bad day, I got time. Hey, go for a walk with coach. Are you okay? Do you need anything? Do you just need someone to talk to? Because a lot of us guys are young, guys and gals, they're young.
They are young.
You know? They're babies. Young. Like we got some like 19, 20. And I'm like, like you're on your own for the first time. Like, are you okay? Like, do you have this? Do you have this? You know, I was a Girl Scout troop leader for a while. And one of the things we always taught our troop was you should have 5 people, 5 adults, 5 people that you trust implicitly, that you can go to at any point.
Yeah.
And I believe that with like adults too. You should have people that you can go to if you're having a rough
rule. I like that. That's really smart. I like that a lot. You
know, and with Girl Scouts, like we never forced our girls to pick me and my co-leader to be one of those 5. Those 5 are unique to you. If you have that trust in me, I love that. And I'm going to celebrate that and I'm going to earn that and I'm going to keep that trust. But like, you're not forced to have that trust.
Yeah.
You know, like, and so, but I feel the same way. And I was trying to be that person of, hey man, like if you need to, you can come talk to me. You got me. I'm here for you. Like, just that motherly approach.
Who were some of the people that were really standing out to you at the time? Like who were people that you see either could very easily be on NXT TV, show up to Raw, SmackDown? What's the future looking like at the PC these days?
They've got some good future. Now, I did the December tryout. I saw a couple of people get hired from there. One of those being Roxanne Perez, formerly Roxy from Ring of Honor. We had a funny little moment. We had a funny little moment in the bathroom because I came out of the bathroom and I'm washing my hands. She's washing her hands. And I said, hey, you know, welcome to the PC. I'm Coach Carino. Nice to meet you. Because I didn't get to go by Allison Danger there. They wanted that. They wanted to. I couldn't be Coach Danger. I couldn't be Coach Allison. So I was like, and I don't like going by my first name, only like super duper close to me, because Allison is my middle name. Like only if you're super duper close to me, do you call me by my first name? But like they were doing it at the PC. I'm like, oh, like the Shimmer girls would be like, we don't like this. I'm like, just go in. Just the joke was I was Carino 2.0 because I came in right around the 2.0 time, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I'm Coach Carino. Nice to meet you. And she's like, oh gosh, thank you. I'm like, hey, from one ROH gal to another, like I'm going to be watching out and I'm going to be making sure like you got to go impress me there, kid. And then you just see her look at me go, oh God, you're Danger. Oh. And I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine. She's like, I didn't recognize it. I'm like, it's okay. I'm older. I'm a little thicker than I was. I didn't have the gray streak in the early days, like it's okay. You didn't realize this. But I go, I was the first ROH girl. You were the last. Like, I feel like it came around. So I had to keep an eye on her. So I'm really excited. She just won that breakout tournament.
Yeah, she's great. I really like her.
She's great. I think Tatum Paxley is going to be something.
Okay.
Ivy Nile already killing the game. I think the world of Ivy, I like her work ethic. If I don't say Zoe Stark, she's going to get mad at me because I was her trainer before we both got signed.
Oh, wow.
So cheerleader Melissa actually introduced us in Vegas, and a group of us was during the COVID time slipping into the school and getting those extra reps in. And that's how I met her. And then we ended up using her at Shimmer. And within 13 hours of Shimmer ending, WWE, one of the contacts there was in my phone going, so tell me about this girl. And I'm like, tell me about my future.
Yeah. Like, what am I doing?
Am I in? Like, is this happening? They're like, no. Tell us about this girl. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, Stark, you're in. So yeah, she did one match for Shimmer and boom, she was off. Within 2 weeks, she was off to a tryout. She was doing she's expecting good things coming out of this knee injury for her. I think she's gonna be something special. But I mean,
so overall, it sounds like you had a good experience at the Performance Center. Yeah.
Even on a bad day, I loved it. Yeah. And I remember every morning I would show up, and before I walked through those doors, I would tell myself, or I would tell Steve if we were having a cup of coffee, I'd be like, I get to come to work today. Not I have to come to work. I get to come to work today.
Yeah.
And even on like the hardest days, the roughest days at TV, or just a day where things just didn't go right, I still went home and I go, I believe in hope. Tomorrow's going to be a good day. We're going to learn from whatever went down bad today. Boom. And every day I'd wake up and I'd throw my PC shirt on and I put my All Blacks on and I'd be excited to go to work again.